timer, and then you're gonna begin. Okay? You got to come right in front of me so you'll be in the frame. Got her? Okay. All right, Tori, let's do it.
So the themes in the story were identity, separation versus connection, love, and racism. And in this excerpt, he was basically saying how, like, it was basically showing identity because he was saying how, okay, basically, Obenze, he was deported from England and stuff because of identity, and basically he wasn't, he was trying to find a job and things, but he wasn't able to. Well, he was able to, but he had to use a different identity and different name and things to find a different name and things to basically find a job and things. And he was basically deported. And his cousin, when he was deported, his cousin wanted to help him. Like, he didn't have clothes. He needed some clothes, and he needed like a place to stay at the time. And he was just basically lost and didn't have anywhere to go. And his cousin did give him some clothes, and he tried to help him, but he was basically saying that I would let you come stay with us, but my wife wouldn't understand. Like, basically he said that she's not one of us. And it basically showed how different cultures, because she was from a different culture, they were both from different cultures, but it basically showed how things wasn't how basically they it basically showed how they
different cultures have different beliefs.
Right, maybe. Different cultures have different beliefs, and they basically like didn't believe in the same things basically. And I said that it showed identity also because what did I say? And I said that how they didn't believe in the same things, and how and I used an example, and I said how maybe my cousin needed to help my auntie, and she had a boyfriend from a different culture, and he would get mad because she needed to help her, but it was like that it was just basically an example from that. And I basically said how
you were on themes. So you did identity, culture. I think the last one.
Oh, and I said race. It can also show separation versus connection, because him and his cousin wasn't really as close as they seemed to be. It was like in the beginning of the book, they didn't really it was like they didn't really talk about them two, but they wasn't really close or whatever. But as soon as he needed help, it's like his cousin showed up. So that kind of showed like the separation between them, and then the connection between them, how when he needed help, he just basically came to help him. And I said that it can also be a sense of love too, because it's like you and your family may not talk all the time or have this connection, but when you need them, they're like right there for you. So that can also show love. And then I also said
got about 1 minute. Yes. Well, you didn't get to racism. Remember you said that was your last one.
Race and racism. And it could show like, that can also show like race and racism, because it's like they're from two different cultures, and their culture may not actually be like, how can I say it, like not kin, but like not
relatable,
like not relatable, because like with her family, her family may not act the same way as his family do, and how his family they wasn't close, but they can, when they need each other, they can basically lean on each other. And I said that her family may not show that, so it may also have something to do with race, because like of the different cultures and
how they interact or
race and different cultures. And yeah, basically how they interact with each other because certain cultures don't interact the same way as other cultures.
So let's look a little bit at some author insight or some just kind of what the author brings to this particular excerpt and more collectively the text.
Mm-hmm.
So as you consider what you know about Chimamanda, what are some things, what is some insight that you can bring given her background to this particular excerpt?
I could have said that how her and her mom, they wasn't really like close, and they were like when she went to America, she like totally like separated herself from them, and she wasn't really like speaking with them as much. But then she was close to her aunt, but she really wasn't as close with her mom and her dad. But she did speak with them, but like when she needed them, she would call them and things like that. And then like when she moved back to Nigeria, she like basically reunited with them. So I could have used that.
Okay. When you think about the fact that like she has all these different cultural experiences, so she grew up in Nigeria, right? And now she's living in America, and those ideas of culture kind of clash, right? And then you have this same culture clash here, where you have the people from three different areas kind of having difficulties, kind of melting together. What do you think she's trying to say? Like, why is that happening?
I think that she's trying to say that it's like having being with mixed cultures, I guess, doesn't seem to really work out in a way because like
why not?
Because like it's like okay, you can say that okay, having mixed cultures doesn't really work out in a way because you can say that this culture may believe in one thing and another culture may believe in the same things, and those things, when they come together, they may clash.
Given that all of these people have either lived in or endeavored to live in America, and they all are bringing their different cultural perspectives, what do you think she's suggesting about America and the notion that it's a melting pot?
I think that she is trying to say that America is basically not this great place that everybody seems to think it is. It's like it's a place where like many things happen, like basically like racism, and how like basically it's like soon as you like, how can I say? Okay, basically where she's saying that basically because like it's like a place where basically many things happen, like I said, and that it shows you many different views on different things. Like for example, soon as she got there, she was classified as black when she wasn't black. She was African.
Okay. All right, Tori. If Ryan has made his way to school, give him a choice of these folders. Please and thank you.